everybody. Welcome to episode 5, and we are gonna have a nice episode. Um, I invited a friend of mine to share his influences and his regrets and th- things to teach us how to continue being an artist. His name is Oscar Rodriguez, and he's from Valencia, a beautiful place in Spain. And he worked on two of my films, Dangerously Ever After, which is just finished, and Time Space Reflections. He created the props. He's a master sculptor of miniatures, and he is incredible. After working with me, he started working at a bigger studio in Europe, and he went to do some work for feature films, stop motion feature films over there. And I'm excited to learn from him. And I gave him a couple of questions, and the first one is, what influences you as an artist?
What has influenced me, and it's the people like you, like my partners supporting me, like my family, like my friends, and all the artists I've been working with them, the good ones and the are not so good ones, but all of them, they influence me in so many levels, so many ways. Even stay here, they give me influence in how to develop art. I think all the artists find art in so many ways, but for me, just people is just it's just give me that pushy that I need.
Oscar and I share the same thoughts with in respect with the influences. Yes, family, yes, friends, and also the artists that came before us in history. I feed from all these beautiful Renaissance artists and philosophers and writers. Now, what, Oscar, are one of your biggest accomplishments?
I would say my biggest accomplishment in my life until now, it would be made it into the business. My journey is a bit different from other artists, but probably kind of the same for other ones. I never had an artist background. When I was a very early age, that I remember, like another artist, they choose the favorite toy like pens, crayons. In my case, was plasticine, and since I touched that material, I can't remember a time of a year I didn't even touch it for a while. I mean, it's something, it's just become something into me. When I met you, Alba, in the year I was just collaborating in your short film. You asked me the question of why don't you do this professionally? And actually, that was the planting a seed in my brain to say why I'm not really sure why I shouldn't. I love doing it. I think I'm quite good at it, and I can develop something here.
Also, I have to say, when I saw your work in feature films, working in the feature film industry, and seeing you with these big sets and the fixing puppets and all, you gave me so much joy. I was so proud of you, because at the beginning, as you mentioned, you work with me. When you work with me, that was like the first steps in your journey as an artist, and then you develop your own style, and then you went through it. You have your own journey, and I don't remember, but I think I gave you a lot of recommendation and whatnot, and you got into the industry. And it also happened with other artists that work in my films, like Marika Akala, but you took it and you went with it, and you are working in feature films. I'm so freaking proud of you. What is your biggest struggle as an artist?
My biggest struggle, I think, like as like many artists will say, my biggest struggle is myself, because sometimes we have this inner saboteur to say, you cannot do this, you are not good enough, you don't have the skills, you don't know how to do it. And then when you knock that wall, and the way to overcome with the solution and with the struggle and just to find the solution will be, knock that wall, internal wall, and then you will find another 100 struggles in front of you, and you need to, you know, get over it and keep going. I would say in the business right now, after all these years, I found like the biggest problem, or I wouldn't say struggle because I managed to do it, but still something is bothering me. It's bothered me. The business become very hypocrisy. It become like the ego. The people are very egocentric. This ego grows in most of the cases with people has been for many years in the business, and they think they know everything. They think their way is the only way, and they think they are not capable to listen, to learn from other people. And I think the biggest um, uh, the biggest moment in our career is learning. I mean, we jump in a production that I love, meeting a lot of new people with a lot of new skills, and absorb so many things from them. From the people are doing an internship, to the director, to the producer, to whatever it is. You listen, and everybody has a voice, everybody has something to say, everybody has ideas, and sometimes the idea is not the best for the moment. It's going to be used later on in the production, or maybe later on in another production, different, or another project. So just listen, trying to, learn from everybody else.
What is your biggest advice for the next generation?
My advice for the new generations, that's a good one, because I'm still looking for advice to myself. I think it's everybody has to ask advice all the time, and with that advice you can, develop whatever idea you have. But also I think the new generations become very strong. They are prepared. They have one thing we didn't have. Oh, when I started, there's like platform like Facebook, Instagram, all these platforms. You can show, you can do, and that's the best you can do right now. I mean, the game changes every single time. Change with the technologies, change with the way we communicate, change with the way we do any kind of a technology. But right now, I think the best you can do is to create your art and show to the world. Do what you do the best, because technically anybody can do so many things, right? But personally, what you can do what you can give to a production, and you can do in a project is yourself. Nobody can do what I do as me, as Oscar. But obviously, technically, many people can do as me the same things I do, but nobody can do me. So that's what you have to do. That human part, you have to project it into your art, into your projects, and probably the most sincere advice I can give is not just to the new generations, it's to everybody. It's just I think it's 800 million people in the world. We don't need to like each other, but we need to respect each other. So be kind, be gentle, and be nice, and enjoy your life.
And I truly agree when you mentioned that the biggest struggle is yourself, because everything starts here, and that is kind of having the two characters, one the good one and the bad one, and usually the bad one is the one that you most remember. But something that I have to remind you now that we are about to finish this little interview is this is very important, is my church. See, they don't quit. Don't quit. I know it's backwards, but don't quit. As an artist, don't quit. That's, if you have to learn something from today's episode, is never quit. Continue your journey, continue to create art. Let's create more art, and just focus on that. Okay? Now, if you want to actually see more of Oscar's stuff, he has a website. He's the Puppet Wizard, and you can see it at, I think, oscarrodriguez.net, and I will put more information here. But thank you, Oscar, for being part of my journey in my life as an artist, as a friend, as family, and we're gonna continue. And yes, we're gonna collaborate soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye, everybody. On to the next episode. Bye.